You guys want to pick
Hello and
which?
welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop Streamed, your one stop for co-op news and playthroughs. And today we are playing through Primal. And welcome to Jerry, who we don't see, but that's okay. And Mike, what's up,
Hi.
fellas?
Hey.
Jerry, you gonna turn your video on, or should
Yeah, my video is now on.
Boom! There he is. So Primal. So the reason we're playing Primal tonight is because there's a giant dragon. Let's be honest. I don't know if that's really a dragon, but it's pretty cool.
He's a dragon. It's fine.
He's dragonish.
Dragonish. And then we got this over here, this lion eating. I feel like this was this lion is like a dig on KDM. Do you not feel that?
To my knowledge, there is no lion in this game. I think that is the KDM lion.
Oh, did they use that for for this guy, for this rock monster?
Yeah, it's Tormad is like a giant like rock guy.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna fight the dragon today, right?
Yeah. That's like the kind of intro scenario.
Nice. So
play.
this.
Oh, we have to fight the dragon. It's
I
Peter.
mean, it is me. So Jerry, do you have a choice? Do you have a preference on which character to use?
I'm taking blue.
Okay, well I'll take green just because it's green, and I haven't even looked. I mean, my name is Thoreg Hammer, so that feels about right.
All right, so Primal is a boss battler. It has a campaign mode. We're not going to get into that much. And honestly, even when I covered it for the Kickstarter, they didn't have a lot of the campaign stuff like fully planned out yet. So we are fighting Vyraxin. This is very heavily inspired by Monster Hunter. I forget what the guy is, the dragon that's kind of like Vyraxin.
I've never played Monster Hunter.
So we have 10 rounds to kill him. With the little marker here on the right.
Or what, we lose?
Or we lose, correct.
Okay.
And if you look at the upper left of his board, for 3 players, that's what that little icon is. He has 24 life, then 26 life, or 28 life it is. Then 35 life for each of his stances. We got to kill him 3 times, and he kind of changes up what he does each time we defeat him. So we got to do that in 10 rounds.
Oh, we got to beat him 3 times in 10 rounds.
Okay.
Correct.
I am Thoreg Hammer.
So you each have your own unique action deck, as well as a weapon, and then all of our armor is the same at this point of the game. We all have the same healing potion as a consumable. So if you guys want to go ahead and draw 5 action cards.
My action cards have nothing on them.
Wait, really?
Hidden to other players. That's what it says to me. Let's join the same team, guys. Everybody change your team to diamonds.
All right. I can see your cards, Jerry. Oh, wait, no. Oh, you're not on our team yet.
I changed this team.
How do I get on your team?
Oh, yeah, your cards are like
Jacked?
not even card-shaped.
I don't know. Jerry, what have you done? Alright, so we're not going to use the sword and shield, dude. You're going to use purple, Jerry.
Yep, jump over to the great sword, Jerry. At least for me, his cards are real, so we'll see if they are for you.
Jerry, by the way, the reason this stream did not start on time is Jerry's having all kinds of technical difficulties today.
Yes.
It is that kind of night.
All right, that worked.
Okay, good.
Yay!
All right, so the general structure of one of the rounds is first we have, what's it called? Like the enemy kind of does like their little prep. And then in order, we go ahead and each play as like many cards as we want from our hand. So here we go. It's the monster phase, then the action phase. And then we just kind of repeat that. So in the monster phase, the monster's going to have 3 behavior cards active at a time. And then we can see what the top one of their deck is. So basically, monsters in Primal do not have their own turn. Except for, like, they basically cycle some cards and get some of these, where are they? They get some of these, like, little peril tokens. Well, whatever.
All right, you're kind of skipping around here, and I'm confused.
Yeah, sorry. Struggle tokens. Yeah, so at the beginning of each turn, the monster gains a number of struggle tokens, each will equal to the number of
They're
players.
right here.
And those are these blue triangle tokens here. He's got 3. And additionally, although we won't do this the first turn, he gets rid of one of his active behavior cards with the lowest switch value, which is in the bottom left. So here he would have gotten rid of that blue one. But besides that, that's his entire turn. So we just take our turns. So I can take my turn first.
And then he reacts to
from
us.
there.
So if we do something with blue, he does that. If we do something with Taylor,
correct.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly right. And actually, this one is going to trigger right away, because that is if you start your turn... Oh, never mind. That's when another behavior card is triggered. There's a guide over here. So yeah, so what you do is you have your 5 cards, and let me show you... Here, I'll show you my cards. I guess you can already see them, right?
Yep,
can you
we
see
can
them,
see
Peter?
them. Yep.
Yes.
Cool. So there are 4 colors, and I have all 4 of them. Red and blue are the... well, they're kind of like the aggressive cards, and yellow and green are the defensive cards.
Okay.
So first, a look at the cards. The upper left is the cost in stamina, and stamina is the bottom left blood drop value. So to play my long shot, which costs 3, I'd have to discard 3 of my other cards to afford it. That makes sense?
But the blue cards are free.
Yes, but the blue cards here are 3 free. My yellow and green are 1 each. If it has a red symbol in the upper right, that means that it is an aggro card. And if you don't already have the aggro token, you take it. That matters because at the end of each player's turn, the boss will turn to face whichever player has aggro.
Nice.
Even if it's not the active player. And yeah, the monster only... there are 4 quadrants. He is always facing one of the quadrants. So you have 2 side quadrants, 1 face quadrant, 1 tail quadrant. And we just move between those quadrants. So there is no movement beyond that. All right, and then, so first of all, each color does something. Yellow and green are identical except for some enemy powers, in that they will, if you have them played, because you kind of keep the cards you played in a sequence, a little line. If you have them played, having more of them will make it less likely you take damage at the end of your turn from the boss, because you have something called attrition that happens at the end of your turn. Red deals your weapon's damage to the boss. It's the bottom value on your weapon. I'm a 2. I think both of you are a 3. If you're the Great Sword and the Hammer, you do 3 damage for each. So each red card you play, in addition to anything else it says, it also deals that much damage. And blue cards will take away one of his struggle tokens, which stops him from doing... Basically, his behavior cards give him bonuses if he can discard a certain number of struggle tokens. And also, if he goes above 10, he...
So it's good to get rid of his struggle tokens.
It's good to get rid of his struggle tokens. So what you do is you play cards in a sequence, left to right. And for a lot of cards, now none of mine, but for a lot of cards, that will matter. So if you look at, Peter, your knockout card, and Jerry, you can look at it too, the middle one.
Rampage, stunning.
So if it has an arrow pointing backwards to a color, like there, that means if you play knockout after a previously played red card, you play 1 red card, then you play knockout.
Got it.
And if it had an arrow pointing to the right and had a color, it would mean this will give that bonus if the next card is that color. Okay?
Got it.
Okay.
So for you, Jerry, if you played reactive guard after a red card, you would deal 2 additional damage, times your weapon level.
No, if I play a red card after my reaction.
Oh, yeah, so sorry, yeah, I had it backwards. If you played a red card, you would get bonus damage to it. Okay? So, there's some keywords I'll get into, but that's basically the idea. You're playing cards. Now, one key thing to think of, if you have 2 or more cards in hand at the end of your turn, you get a stamina token, so it's like a little blood drop, and that is a free stamina to pay the cost of a card in a future turn.
Okay.
So if you don't have a lot of useful stuff to do, I would recommend
doing that.
Keeping 2 cards.
Keeping 2 cards at the end. All right, so a few other key things. At the start of your turn, you can move 1 location if you would like to. Okay?
Do we all start in front?
We all start in the front, yes.
It's annoying that they're all the same color.
Oh, here, we can change that.
Well, I can't because I'm not promoted.
Oh.
Or can I?
maybe.
Yeah, Mike wasn't promoted either. Because we just restarted. So this is a
so you
TTS
move.
tutorial for everybody.
There.
How to change colors of stuff, how to promote people. There you go.
Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around. So the enemy does his thing. Then you can move one space. You play as many cards as you want. And then finally you get to attrition. So if you look over here at the attrition cards, you draw one. It'll show you a value. You compare that to how many defense cards are in your line, in your sequence. So here it's almost impossible. I think there's only 1-3 in the deck. If you had played 3 yellow and green cards, you see how they have the same symbol, or more, you would not suffer attrition. Otherwise, you suffer attrition, which is based on his... Here it is. His current stance. So right now it's just 1. You would take 1 damage if you did not have as many of those as it called for.
Got it.
Okay? So besides his reactions, that's like automatic stuff that happens each round. Now, if you don't move on your turn, if you choose to stay where you are, which you can, then you get a threatened token, and you keep that until you move, and once you move, it goes away. And that means you're going to draw 2 attrition cards instead of 1 and use the higher value.
So once you move.
So if you stand still and let him focus his attention on you, he starts hitting you harder, basically.
Even if you're like behind him or next to him?
Okay. Correct. Yeah, anytime you do not choose to move on your turn, that will happen.
Okay.
And then again, at the end of your turn, he will turn to face the current player with aggro if he's not already facing them.
Which is you currently.
Correct. Yeah, I'm the first player. Although, a lot of us will just keep mixing aggro around.
Yeah. No, I'm going to play an aggro card, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So that's basically... So at the end of your turn, you discard all the cards you played. You get a stamina token if you have 2 or more cards. You draw back up to 5. He faces the aggro player, and the next player takes...
So does this tell you what your life is? It's 5 and 3. That's why you have 8 life?
Correct. Now, later armors give you special powers, but the basic armors just tell you your life value. We all have 8. And then we have 1 potion we can use to heal.
So whenever you play a red card, you get volley 2? Is that correct?
Correct.
What does that mean?
Yes. And whenever you play 2 reds in a row, you get to deal 2 extra damage and remove 1 struggle token.
That's Jerry.
And Jerry, whenever he plays a blue, if he's in the front, reverse it, and then you can remove struggle faster. So you're really good at being in front of him, Peter. You can like stun him if you're in front of him and that kind of stuff.
Fine. All right, we're gonna start with
Jerry. You don't have to
Mike, and then we'll go to me, and then Jerry, because I played before as well.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of following, but like I need to see how the enemy activates and stuff.
I have no idea what's going on.
Wait, let me show you these real quick. So, each of these has an icon. When you do something that would activate one of the icons, you finish resolving your action, and then you resolve all the cards that were activated by your action in whatever order you like. So the guide's over here on the right, but this means if you start your turn in his rear, the tail, this one is triggered when any other behavior card is triggered, and this card is triggered if somebody plays a blue card. So right now, if none of us start in front of his tail and nobody plays a blue card on our turn, he will do nothing.
I liked it better when you said start his turn in his rear.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, very important. For this stance, his first stance, we can only hurt him in the rear or in the front. You see the red quadrants here?
I did not realize that's what that meant.
Yes. And additionally, he has the power that anytime a behavior card is triggered, every player in his front must either show they have a yellow card. You don't discard it. You just show you have it, or you take 1 damage. So it's good to keep yellow cards in your hand. And then if we attack from the rear, we can do a ton of bonus damage if we do it enough times. Basically, we can cut off his tail eventually. And that also, like, removes some of his attack abilities.
Tail cards, I assume.
Yes. But anyway, I'm going to do my turns. I definitely don't want to play a blue.
Why I definitely don't want to play blue? Oh,
because it'll activate this one.
Because like right now he's not doing anything.
So you want to have a yellow in your hand, though. All right, so like, what's quick assist? Like, we don't know.
So first I'm going to. Well, if I move, I can't hit him. Well, here's what I'm going to do, even though it kind of takes away everything. I'm going to move here and I'm going to hide in the brush. So there are 3 terrain things on the board.
Okay.
Brush, if you start your turn or move there, you can put yourself on the brush and say you're waiting, and you basically wait your turn until after somebody else's turn is done, and then you can go back into your turn. So I'm going to hope that one of you guys moves and has him face you, and then I can hit him from behind or something. The blue one heals you 1 if you start your turn there, and the Sirikai one basically doubles your base damage if you attack from there. So that's a great one.
Except we can't damage him from that location.
Correct.
So we could move there and just do nothing?
Oh, sorry. It doesn't double your damage. It's equal to your weapon level. So it's a +1 damage. Well, yeah, you can move.
This guy's
there,
going to face
some
you because you're his threat anyway, right?
I don't think that it counts. No, you stop your turn, but my turn is not technically ended. And I name a player. After that player goes, I'll go. So.
Well, hold on. We don't want you doing that then. Why don't you go there and then we can hit him from behind with the Sirikai jobbing?
Okay, all right, fine. Then I'll move here. I will. I'll play long range, which costs me 1, and I'll discard a blue. So that gets me a defense, and I'll actually stop there.
So what does this do for you? So this is long range. While long range is on top of your discard pile, you cannot suffer damage from attrition. All right. So this just goes in your
So I'm going to have to deal with my regular attrition, but then I'll... Yeah. So right now it's in my
all
line.
it does is give you a defense.
Okay, then
rating.
I decide... Correct. So I'm deciding to stop playing cards. Yep. All right, so first I do attrition. So I draw...
You don't have...
I got a 2, which is...
You don't have 2.
Correct.
Because you only have 1.
I suffer 1 damage. This is current attrition damage. Wow, that's not useful. Are you guys seeing that the 8 is still there?
That's down to 7 on mine. It's right. All right.
All right. Well, that's...
It shows a 7 over top of 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. But if you see it correctly, too, that's fine.
It's good. I'll take care of life.
So then... After attrition, it's the end of my turn. I discard these cards, so now I will be immune to attrition damage for a little while.
And he turns toward you now.
And then he turns towards me. I draw back up to 5. Oh, and I get a stamina token because I had 3 or more cards.
All right, I'm not going to have 3 or more cards. Right. I don't know what these cards do, but I'm going to do them. So, I'm going to pay a green card to play a red card.
Well, wait, first you want to move, Peter.
Oh, of course.
You want to move.
Yeah, I'm going to move on to this bush, and I'm going to double them up. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say Thoreg. Thoreg. All right, so I'm going to discard this card, and I'm going to hit him with this disruption. When the active player plays a double red in their sequence, you may discard disruption to stun the monster. I'm about to get there.
So reaction is used on either your own or somebody else's turn. So ignore that right now.
Don't worry about that.
It's just a red card.
It's about to happen, baby. I'm going to double stun him, though. Oh, wait. Don't I do the 3 damage, though? Or 6 damage because I'm in the bush?
Yeah, first you do 3 damage to him.
So just as a reminder, I played a red card. When you play a red card, you do your weapon damage, which is, for me, 3. But because I'm in this bush of damage, I am doubling that damage to get to 6.
So he's at 24.
That doubles it?
Things.
I didn't know I had. So he's at 21.
All right. So he started at
24.
Top left here, 24 life. I did 6 damage because I'm in the bush,
sorry.
right?
Did you calculate that right?
No. It's plus your weapon level, not your weapon damage. That's what I had wrong. So it's 1 more. So you took 4 damage.
And no bonus. Oh, do I trigger this because I'm in the back?
No, that's if you start your turn.
After your turn, weren't we supposed to discard this?
No, that's only the beginning of his turn, dude. He only does his stuff at the beginning of his turn.
Oh, okay. So right now we're going to trigger this. Well,
No.
We're not triggering anything unless you play a blue
I'm saying
card.
At the beginning of his turn, we're going to trigger this because somebody's in his tail.
No, it's if you begin your turn behind him.
Ah.
So
but
if he doesn't move.
Is if you play a blue card, though, right?
Correct.
So that's not at the beginning of his turn. So that one breaks that rule.
What are you talking about?
No, it's the beginning of the player's turn, not his turn.
The player's turn. If you start in his rear...
this one, the blue one, says when a player plays a maneuver from their hand.
I wasn't talking. I was just about that one card. These cards are if you
when a
begin
player
your
starts
turn.
their turn. I get it.
Yeah.
Player starts their turn. Got
Alright,
it.
so it's my turn?
We got
Well, hold on, I'm
one
not
token
done,
out of
dude.
6 to cut off
Oh,
the tail.
okay.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
done.
Wait, Peter,
Hold
did
on.
you play 1 red? Yeah, so we've got one
Now
token.
I'm about to play 2. Hold on.
Nice.
So I play 2, and I do this. I don't even know what it does. I didn't even look. So stun and confuse and rampage.
Yep.
Because I played a red before it, I stun, confuse, and rampage. And I got the 2 reds, so I could also stun again.
So let's do one thing at a time. So first of all, you do 4 more damage.
All right. So 4 more damage.
And you hit him on his tail again, so he's got 2 out of 6 to cut off his tail.
Oh,
Okay, now you
that?
stun. Now, Rampage doesn't do anything yet, so don't worry about that. All right, so now you stun and confuse him. Stun, you place the stun token on any behavior card, and it cannot be triggered until the end of the round. So if you put it on the blue card, for example, we can play blue cards now.
Where is the stun?
This.
Why don't you grab from the bag, so that way we can keep the tokens in front and see what's in the bag.
Oh, shoot. Good call. Yep, that makes sense.
So I'm going to stun again by discarding this other thing. Right? I discard this to stun again.
No, what?
I had 2 reds in a row.
No. A reaction has to still be in your hand, Peter.
Oh, never mind. All right.
Yeah, you
So I can only stun one thing. Jerry, do you want to play blue cards?
Does anybody else have any blue cards?
Well, it's about to go away at some point, right? On his turn, it's going to go away. So the only
Well, I have a card that will choose an ally to
Peter.
discard a blue card in order to deal 2 damage and replace 1 behavior card in play.
Peter, this might affect your decision. Confuse means you can discard up to 2 behavior cards and replace them.
So I definitely want to discard this one, right? Because it
Yeah, I mean that one's
always.
Yeah.
And we'll discard the tail one, and I'll stun the blue one.
I wouldn't discard the tail one, dude. That's not a bad one.
I mean, some of it's going to be in tail, and the other one's going to be in his head, right?
See, we're about to get a red that all of us are playing red cards.
Well, I can't discard that yet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I do it in any order. So let me not stun first. Let me confuse first, and discard cards, right? So we'll discard this one.
Okay, and now you
and
can.
Then I'll stun the red one.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Now, Jerry, each of us has a mastery card that lets us, if we do certain things, gain tokens on it, and eventually flip it and get an awesome power. So, Peter, every time you stun him, you gain 1. So you are halfway to gaining your...
And when I do 2, is that number in the top there?
No. I mean, yeah. When you have 2, it'll flip and you'll get a bonus.
Is that the thing in the upper right? This?
Upper right.
Yes, correct. Yeah, so for you, if you play pairs of red cards, you'll eventually flip it.
All right, well, I will play...
Well, hold on, Peter. Are you done?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
I stunned and confused them. So now
I will play this.
Yeah, hold on.
Hold on. We gotta get my stupid attrition, dude.
So, Peter, you did get aggro.
Yes. Because this card had red, one of them.
Correct.
This one, the first one.
Now he's paying attention to you. Go ahead and flip your attrition card.
Or it was a 2. So I definitely take attrition damage, which we look
It's
at
1.
this card, and it's 1.
Correct.
So I take 1 attrition damage. So I'm down to 7. And then he flips to face me.
Yep. And you draw back up to 5. Oh, and you did not have 2. And discard both of those.
Yep. And some cards matter when they're on the top of your discard, but none of those do.
Correct. All right, and Jerry, you're up.
All right, I will move here.
Remember how we said Jerry was going to be playing red cards?
I have no red cards.
I know, that's what
Hey, so you sometimes have prep turns, just like I did. It's fine.
All right.
So you got to pay 1 for that.
So I'll pay that one.
So didn't green or yellow do something special when you played it?
No, green and yellow are just the defense against attrition.
So do I just take the first red card or any red card I want?
Any red card you want?
You want to do one that does 1 million damage.
Or get a cheap one in the hope of drawing a second one and then doing your double attack thing.
Am I going to be first player for the second round, Mike? Is that how it works?
Oh, wow.
It's whoever has the aggro token at the end of the turn. It might be you.
So it will be. So I probably won't attack anyway, which is good because I got no red cards.
I will take this one.
By the way, Peter, you'd asked about the assist keyword and the quick assist keyword. Assist, you can discard the card during somebody else's turn to let them draw a card. Quick assist is the same thing, but you also get to draw a replacement yourself. So, Jerry, I can give you a bonus card if you want.
I want to play this. Coordinated assault. Choose an ally to discard a blue card in order to deal 2 damage and replace 1 behavior card in play. So who has a blue card they want to get rid of?
I have 3 blue
Oh, wait,
cards.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, this wouldn't have worked. Stun says choose another player to deal its weapon damage to the monster for each red they have in their hand. Yeah, so I should have done 4 more damage to him. Sorry. Because you have to pick a different player, and I had red cards and Jerry didn't.
Wait, what?
Now, when you stun, you give a free attack to somebody else. I got to do 4 damage.
In addition to blocking off one of their cards. Now, where do you see that? It's up here.
It's on stun. I'm not sure where it is.
Place a stun token on
Jerry,
the
what were you
active
asking?
player card. Can
Somebody
trigger it until the end of the
who
round.
can discard a blue card. Deal and then 2 damage and replace a. Somebody discard a blue card.
I can.
I can too.
All right,
I've got
discard a
3
blue
of
card.
them.
Oh,
right.
you do it, Peter.
Peter.
So
you
hold
do it.
on. Why did you do
And I
damage?
replaced one of the
Mike,
things
show
in
me
play.
where you're doing damage. Because stun does not say that up here. Unless they...
Choose another player to deal its weapon damage to the monster for each red card it has in hand. And I had 2 red
you
cards.
have 2 red cards and your damage is 2.
All right, so I'm going to discard this one.
Yep.
And that puts this one out here.
What's assist mean?
And then I stop.
You discard it to let somebody else draw a card in their turn. Well, Jerry, do you want me to let you draw a card in case? Well, I guess you probably won't be able to play for a bunch of red cards anyway.
No.
I
Okay.
got
All right.
2 assists.
I will be back in a second.
We can draw Jerry's.
Oh, I can draw 2.
Well, first you draw your attrition card, Jerry, to see if he attacks you.
Oh.
Because there is a 0 in there, so even if you played nothing, you still might get lucky. Nope. Take 1 damage.
You played a defense, dude.
Well,
Oh,
I have
never mind.
that.
You played a green. Yep. So you're
I have
good. You
that.
take nothing.
So now
All
I
right,
draw
yeah.
2.
Then you draw back up to 5 and discard those.
So, Mike, I have an assist for you.
And I discard them in any order.
Yes. All right. So Viraxen. So he.
Wait, do you...
So now we're actually going to. So we get rid of the lowest behavior card, and they're tied right now. I forget. Wait a minute.
left.
I think we might choose. The stun goes away in either case. Let's.
But the stun helped us because it didn't trigger his red.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, there's a limited number of behavior cards here. I see.
Yeah. Well, it's very important because like he has specific ones we want to avoid as we learn them. Yeah, he's kind of a mess. Yeah, every time his behavior deck goes through, we add 1 struggle token to him.
Oh, blue cards remove them though, right?
Correct.
Jerry played a
discard-
blue card.
Well, he also spends them when he like plays certain cards.
Well, but Jerry played a blue card, so we.
Oh, we replace all of them if they're tied. That's interesting. So his aggression card. I'm looking for his fire card. Yep. So his fire card has gone, which means that's very important. Because that one says that when you play a red card, he turns to face you and breathes fire where you are, which means you can't play any more cards. So he can really like mess up your combos for that turn.
Got it.
So anytime that is out, we are much more free to do stuff.
All right, so we got the at the end of the round before any other at the end of the round effect. Wait, what are you doing? You're adding 3 more?
Yep.
But Jerry played a blue card, so I'm pretty sure we lose one of these, right?
Oh yes. If he did, then we should be down to 5. Correct.
Did he play a blue card or did he play a green card?
He played
He
a blue
played
end.
blue and a green.
Yep.
All right, so one of those was
All right,
gone.
so Peter,
it's-
you are first. Oh,
Fine.
and you were still aggro, so he should still be facing you, which it looks like he is, yeah.
Yep. All right, so there is a facing at the beginning of the round, so we have to trigger
Yep.
that. When a player starts to turn in the front sector, Rexon gains
So
4
he gains
struggle
4
tokens.
struggle tokens. And anytime he would gain above 10, he instead discards 5 and deals attrition damage to each of us automatically. Okay, and his attrition damage is +1 until the end of the round.
So what we need to do is get rid of these, because if he gets to 10, you said it's bad. Right?
No, it's not that bad. We each would take 1 damage. Or this turn 2 damage because...
And then they go away, or what?
5 of them go away.
Wait, why did you just add 1?
Because anytime this deck is empty, you reshuffle it and immediately add 1.
So we're at 10 now.
Correct.
So we just can't go above 10 is the thing?
Correct.
When a behavior card is triggered, you may discard Rapid Blow from your hand in order to cancel its effect. Should we have canceled that one?
Oh, Peter, by the way, do you have a yellow card in hand? If not, you
do.
take 1 damage from being in front. Okay, so you're fine. You don't lose it. You just have to reveal that you have it.
Should we have gotten rid of... should I have canceled that last one? I guess not. I only took 1 damage, right? Well, it did add tokens. Didn't it add a bajillion tokens?
Yeah, but, I mean, dude, it's fine.
All right. Well, I'm going to play Bludgeon.
Do you wanna move first? Like, you could go over here where you heal at the start of your turn.
I have to move, right? So, yeah.
Or you get threatened.
Yeah, no. I'll move to this thing. But the...
Dude, you don't stand on any of them except the brush.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I'm gonna spend this to Bludgeon. So that removes a blue, and then you may take a strain token and remove additional 2 blue. So
That means you'll draw 1 less card this turn.
I will.
Correct.
I'm all right with that.
It's over here.
Okay.
All right, so then you got rid of 2 more. Nice.
All right, and then I'm gonna play this other blue one, which does nothing, but it would have canceled stuff, but it does get rid of blue, right? And gives me an extra defense against attrition.
No. Yellow and green are defense, dude. Blue gives you nothing.
Well, it still gets rid of that, right? Well,
Just get rid of 1, yeah.
never mind. We'll give him that blue back, and I'll spend this card to do this. Search your card for a rampage card. Do you know which ones are good?
Any good red attacks, I think.
So wait a minute. I kept 3 cards. So what does that do for me?
You should have a stamina token like I have. So that's 1 cost on a card if you want to spend it.
Gotcha.
Like you could play your Berserk for 2 and spend that. So Jerry, on your turn, I can assist. Oh, I guess that still wouldn't be enough for you to play both those reds, would it? Jeez.
No, I cannot play both those.
Alright, so here's my only blue.
I'm going to play
rampage
reactive
card that I see.
guard and double slash.
So Mike, let's look at my card that I just drew. Wait, did I draw it?
Okay.
Where'd it go? Oh, I hit a 1 in the search. Never mind.
So what do the little blood symbols at the lower left mean?
That's how much it's worth. So some cards are worth more. So actually, maybe you could play your good cards because these are each
so
worth
when I
2.
discard it, it's worth that many?
Correct.
So Mike, let's look at this sledgehammer. So I got to pay X.
Yes.
And so it's a rampage, which I don't know what that means.
It's referred to by your other cards, like the one that just said find a rampage card.
So must be played after a blue. Deal X additional damage. So it's however much I spent damage. But what did the cross swords 2 times additional damage?
That is if you have flipped your mastery card.
And how do I flip this again? When you stun the monster.
By stunning him 1 more time.
Okay. So I'm going to draw this card because that's the only rampage one I saw.
You can play that right now.
I can't because it would be 0 damage.
Oh, well, you're not facing. Well, so you're not facing him yet. No. It deals your regular damage. It's bonus damage equal to X.
Ah, right. Well,
but he's not facing.
Either way, he's not facing me. So, so I got a yellow up there. So I did remove 3, right? So is it 10?
Yep.
So it should be at 7, which it is. And then I draw this card. I have 1 yellow, so nothing.
That was lucky because remember the card you activated made his attrition damage +1 for this round, so he would have taken 2 damage if he hit you.
So that's gonna trigger. I didn't play red, and I didn't play the green. So we're good.
Yep. So he turns to face you, and Jerry, you're up. And Jerry, I can give you an extra card with an assist if you need one to play
Well,
both
if
his
you'd
attacks.
given me an extra card,
So I moved
hold
behind
on.
him.
I would have gotten a token had you given me the extra card, right?
Well, does Jerry need it? Because he can do 2 attacks, which will get his special thing closer.
I'll discard this one for that.
Yep. Oh, you're right. Oh no.
And what does that do? Anything?
Yeah, so it hits him for your weapon.
Always does
It
your
always
weapon
hits.
damage because it's a red card, right?
So my weapon damage is 3.
Yep.
Well, hold on.
So-
Hold on. He turned to face me. You moved. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
He's down to 10 or 7. And now, Jerry, you have to resolve this red card before you do anything else.
What red card?
The red behavior card.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
So it says
Why does it keep moving around?
quick aggression. The active player suffers 1 damage unless they have a yellow in their sequence.
Okay, so I suffer damage.
And you actually take 2. So these are the things they spend their bonus tokens on. He's going to spend one of his struggle tokens to make it plus 1 damage. So it's 2
Oh,
damage.
2 damage. That's fine. All right, and then I play this one.
It cost you 3. So, Mike, you could have
3.
assisted me.
Oh, here, if you want to say I did, go ahead.
Do you draw an extra card or no?
I draw a replacement, so I don't mind doing it.
Okay, so I do 3, 6, and I inflict vulnerable.
Let's see what vulnerable is.
So
Vulnerable. When you inflict vulnerable, the next time in the round the monster suffers damage, the damage is doubled. And the nice thing is that's
And
not
I put
wasted.
a token on this card. What does that mean? I played 2 reds in a row.
So once you get a second one, you're going to flip it, and you'll
Well,
have
what
a bonus. for
token
the
is
rest
that?
of
Do I put on it?
the game. Oh, it's like these little generic
the
ones.
same one
This
I got. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Wait, hold on.
All right, so Jerry, you hit him twice in the tail, right?
I did.
All right, so he is only 2 tokens away from his tail being cut off, and when that happens, he's going to take 15 damage. Seems pretty good.
Well, it seems good if
Alright,
we
so-
kill him first, right?
And now I discard. All right.
Well, no, you never lose damage, so it's not that they're damaged like you lose the extra damage. What actually happens is they heal their current life value.
By the way, this
So-
should have gone down to 2, I'm assuming.
Yes, sorry. All right.
No,
Jerry, did you play
but-
anything that was aggro? That had the red?
We both had red. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
so
Oh,
you
you
are-
mean red at the top? No.
Oh, no. Okay, so it's still Peter. So go ahead and flip your attrition, Jerry. Hope you get a 0. Otherwise, you're going to be hurt a bit. So, Jerry, you take 2 damage because his attrition is boosted this turn.
Can you see your thing? Is yours working, Jerry?
Mine says
I got it.
So you're-
4.
He's at 4 life. So we each have a potion. You can use it during your turn. Choose a player in your sector. It could be yourself to heal 2. If the attrition value of the topmost card is 1 or less, heal 4 instead. So you can heal yourself all the way back up, potentially, Jerry.
Yeah, I can do that now.
Not sure when you can consume. Hold on a second. Consume. Choose activates effect at the start of the monster phase. So it has to be at the beginning of his turn.
So no.
But right now, yes, you cannot.
So what you're saying is we got a chance. By the way, there's a bunch of people in the watching right now. Please feel free to chat in any questions. This
Hi,
is
everyone.
Primal. This is a boss fighter, but as you can see, it's not a normal boss fighter because it's like not a normal map. That is the thing that sticks out the most to me about this game. I mean, combat is certainly very different than any game I've seen too. But you know, it's interesting. So ask any questions you have, or chat in your thoughts about Primal. All right, Mike, go for
All
it.
right, so yeah, I have a way to blind him. It's basically like a weaker stun. I just can't make one of his cards not apply for a little while.
And I gave him vulnerable. Is that?
Correct. So my next attack will be doubled. Unfortunately, I don't have any ones that like do extra damage. Oh, never mind. I do.
So you're blue. Next time you play a red this turn, deal an additional damage. And
Yeah, but it's only if I've flipped my thing. See, a lot of my cool stuff doesn't happen until I go through my deck with this character. Because I flip my card just by going through my deck once. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna play a long shot. I'll spend my decoy and my stamina token.
Oh wow, 7 additional damage.
Nope. Unfortunately, that's if I.
I know, but I'm saying if you had flipped, that would deal 10 damage. Which seems...
Well, I only have 2 damage. All right, so we do 2 damage. And he's got another token to cutting off his tail.
2 and it's doubled because of Jerry, right? So 4.
Right, so 4. So he's going to be 3 off, so he's at 23.
So he takes his 1, and then that damage carries over to his next phase, and then we see for 3 players, he's 24 life, then 28 life, so he's 28 life, minus 3 more is 25, right?
So he's now in phase 2. He gains 2 struggle tokens.
Mike.
What?
He had 28 damage, 28
life. Oh, sorry. I keep on
3
thinking that's
25.
a 6. Yeah, so it should be 25. Yeah, okay. It's 28. It's hard to see the numbers.
That's all right.
So we go to his next stance. It says, when revealed, Viraxin gains 2 struggle tokens. He is struggling more now.
So now we can hit him from other sides as well, but no longer his flank. Oh, which means we can't get
his rear
anymore.
No, we can. This one stays around. No, we can't hit him from the face. That's what the line means. That's not his flank.
Oh,
anywhere but his face.
Yes.
I cannot hit him in the face.
All right, and now he has a different peril card. In fact, didn't he have 2 of them? Hold on a second.
So Dan Hellage is here. Appreciate the Dumb and Dumber quote. Game looks good too. I see that it's the first play in Impressions. Just curious to hear how you feel about this one versus all the recent boss battlers. We will tell you our impressions at the end. That is, we can't really give impressions at this point.
I will tell you, I have not played Wild Descent. Nor have I played
Dan Hillage, Townsfolk Tussle, Monster Hunter, Wild Descent. Saw the recent mix, heavy 5 and 5. I can give you my impressions of Wild Descent, but it's not going to be great.
Yeah, mine wasn't either. For those who watched my video.
Yeah, I haven't played it, and
So wait a minute. Mike said his wasn't great, but he gave it to me. He's like, I think you'll like this, and I tried to play it, and I'm like, this game is unplayable. Like, the rules were...
That was called Get This Out of My House. That's what that was called.
Yeah. No, and it was like 3 boxes, like giant boxes. And I'm trying to play. I'm calling Mike every 5 minutes to ask him rules questions. He's like, I don't know, dude. I'm like, why the hell did you give me this game? Now, the good news is, for Wild Descent, that the new rules will be up Tuesday with the new Kickstarter. Or it's not Kickstarter, it's a Game Found. So, whatever you want to call that.
So Victor Von Doom says, looks cool, but I'm at my gaming limit for now, just having gotten Adventure Tactics and Keyforge in the last month, along with all the regular Marvel Champions releases.
So Victor Von Doom is clearly a Peter fan. Hold on, before you talk, let's just talk about Keyforge. Let's talk about Adventure Tactics, and let's talk about Marvel Champions. Those are all Peter games right there. So Victor, love you, baby. All right, so Mike, back to you.
I feel you about being gaming.
So anyway, he has a new peril card that's important to know, which says, this is the only objective card. That's right. Now, every time he triggers a Firestorm card, he will put fire in front of him. And the key thing with fire is, while you're there in fire, you cannot play cards. So it can, like, if he breathes fire on you while you're in front of him, it can really mess up your day.
So don't do that.
Yes. All right, so I hit him once. Whenever I play a red, because of my weapon, so most weapons have special powers on them. Oh, by the way, Jerry, did you deal the 2 extra damage and remove a struggle token when you did your 2 reds?
I did not.
So he's down 2 more.
So, Mike, you had it right. You just didn't know why.
What do you mean? I had what? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He was at 23 life. Yes, that's
so that's based on what?
His weapons ability. All right, so I have volley 2. What volley means is you can discard that many cards, and if any of them are red, you deal your weapon damage for each one.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. Was I in his front section when I did my blue cards?
You were not. You had already moved it to his side.
Oh, right. All right, never mind. Just kidding.
All right, so I didn't get any volleys, but it is getting through my deck faster so that I can do my special thing. All right, now I'm going to play Wide Opportunity. I need one of you to discard a card. Who wants to discard a card?
I can discard a card.
I will let you discard a card.
Although I do have a Sledgehammer, which is pretty good. Oh, no.
So I hit it for 2 more.
Well, hold on. Jerry, can you discard a card? Because it wants me to play my blue first. And after I play my blue...
I will discard this. I will discard Quick Thrust and deal 3 damage to him.
Oh, when you discard it, that happens?
When you discard quick thrust from your hand, inflict your weapon damage to the monster.
That's awesome.
So
he's
wait
down
a
to
minute.
18.
And it's from behind, so he gets another tail token.
No, his tail is cut off. We got him. That's 15 more, so he's down to 3 life.
Wait, did you do the 3 first?
Yeah, I did everything, dude.
Okay.
I did my damage.
So I am the MVP.
Absolutely.
I mean,
all right, now I'm doing volley
hold on.
again.
We have MVP here. We have Mike. Jerry, your last name starts with a V. You're the V in the MVP, and I am Peter. So.
Oh my God! Well, I just killed him. I defeated his second thing because I just volleyed him twice. So he's at 34 life now. Wait, hold on. I can just type it.
Wait, volleyed him. What happened? All right.
Every time I do an attack. I explained it already. I'll explain it again. You didn't listen. Every time I do attack, I volley 2. I flip the top 2 cards of my deck. For each that is red, I do another full damage from my weapon. And in this case, I flipped 2 red cards, so I did 4 more bonus damage. Correct.
So you did 6 damage there.
I did 6 damage with that second attack. Yes.
But
right, he goes into.
He was at 3 life. You did 6 damage. Which from so.
I know. I had the math right, dude. Don't worry. All right, so now he's in stance 3. When revealed, place 1 fire terrain on each threatened sector. None of us are threatened, so we're okay. So he doesn't breathe fire on any of us. He doesn't have fire breath anymore. Now he's got Inferno and Watchful Eye.
Oh, and he does 2 damage from any attrition draw.
So now, for the rest of the game, at the end of each round, he places 1 fire terrain on each threatened sector. So try not to stay in one place. And whenever one of us moves, we discard the topmost card from the behavior deck. If that card has the claw trait, we suffer 1 damage. So he hurts us if we stay still. He hurts us if we move.
So wait, I have a question. How do we know that both of these are in play? Because they both have 3s on them. I see it.
They both have 3s, exactly.
I see it. Okay.
All right.
Victor Von Doom says, yes, Peter, it's all your fault, by the way.
For the chat, I'm curious, what boss battlers do you like the most?
Ooh,
no, for the chat, Mike, not you.
That was me. That was me that said But yes, I will answer it at the end.
All right. Not you, Peter.
I
know your opinions.
Do you? I don't have opinions.
Wait, you want me to talk?
It's more I don't care about your opinions.
we're just Mike. We're just talking over you on purpose at this point, just to bring up the anger.
Yes.
All right.
So what's going on?
Well, I'm gonna play as my last card, Fighting Edge. I'll discard this to get 1 defense and hopefully avoid his attrition. Although it's
your turn.
What? God, y'all are annoying. Yes, that was good because his attrition damage is now 2, and it was still +1 from the card that Peter activated. So I would have taken 3 damage if that had gone off. So I'm very happy.
So wait a minute. Could I, at the beginning of his turn, could I have flipped done my healing potion?
No.
Yes, we have not had his turn yet. All of this has been my turn. Wait a second.
It's about to be his turn, right now.
All right, so hold on. It is the end of my turn. I drew 5 cards. He turns to face. Oh, I didn't look at my. I don't tend to have aggro on mine. Nope, no aggro for me. So he's still facing you, Peter. All right, so I blinded this card, so it does not activate at the end of this round. It just hangs out.
So what's the difference between blind and stun? Because
stun gives you the bonus attack. So stun is noticeably better than blind. All right. And then at the end of the round, he would burn each threatened sector, but there are none. Okay, so now it's the monster turn. So Jerry, would you like to use your potion? There is currently a 1 on top of the deck.
Yes, I would.
Cool. So you heal for 4.
Yep.
And that puts me to 7 or 8.
If you were at 4, then it could put you 8.
All right. Well, it says 7.
I got
whatever.
It. I'll handle the life. I got you. You're an 8.
All right.
Now it's fixed. All right.
He gets 3 more struggle tokens. He's still not.
Does adventure tactics count? Or Victor Von Doom says, does adventure tactics count?
Counts.
I like to watch a lot of boss battler play, but I'm limited into what I can play if my daughter and wife will indulge me. Adventure tactics. Did that seem like a boss battler to me?
Yeah, so Jerry, you didn't play Peter and I have played further than you have. Like the first two scenarios are kind of more like you're fighting squads of enemies. Yes. And then like literally every other mission is a boss.
Battler. They may have one or two allies, like the Griffins for Lady, whatever her name was, but it's mostly one boss, or it could be two bosses. So yes.
I'll give you a bit of spoilers. I generally do not like boss battlers. Adventure Tactics was
unbalanced when you played it, so you didn't like it. Oh, I wasn't supposed to draw all these
cards. No, I wouldn't say it was unbalanced when I played it. I didn't like the scenarios. The scenarios are kind of
Yeah, and those.
The concept of the game was good though. I liked the concept. Like I liked playing it, but I didn't like the scenarios.
All right. Anyway, everything is up. Peter, he's got a reaction. If you start in the rear, which means we might appreciate it if you would move.
I'm gonna move, guys. I'm gonna move. So I start by healing myself one though, right?
Yes, because you are in the terrain with that. Yep.
I'm moved here to the doubler terrain, double damage terrain.
So we, what did he say? We discard the topmost card from the behavior deck. So let me see. It is not a claw card, so you don't take an automatic damage, Peter.
All right. Well, I can't play this blue to stun. Well, I could, but that would be all I would do. Except
I can give either of you a bonus card if you think you need one, Peter.
So hold on, I'm gonna move here then, because I want you guys to do double damage because I don't really have damaging cards. Because Sledgehammer has to be played after a blue, and well, it's just not gonna happen. When I had all my cards a second ago, when I had drawn that extra card, it was a 3 resource one, so I could have played both.
Peter, draw another card. I'm giving you a draw.
Oh,
that's what I was saying.
Oh, before I move, can you do that? So I would know?
Now.
Oh, why did I think it had 3 resources? Well, it doesn't matter. I do have an extra resource here. Still not great, but it's something. I mean, you guys will probably do more damage combined than I would, right? So we'll give you...
Dude, we don't have any red cards this turn. Just do your thing.
Well, don't
worry about it.
Why are you... You're so angry today.
He's filled with hate.
You're filled with rage.
It's the dark side. It's the dark side.
It is definitely the dark side.
I just want you to take your turn.
I'm taking my turn. Jerry, can you assist me? Because the more cards I have, the better.
What do you mean assist?
You have a card that says assist at the
top. Yes.
Can you assist me?
What does that mean?
You discard it and he draws a card.
Okay. Draw a card.
I mean, you can keep assisting me if you got more, which I noticed you might.
Okay, I'll assist you again.
Yeah, baby. Ooh, we're about to hit it.
Now I have 2 cards. I won't be doing anything.
That's okay. All right, so I'm going to spend 3. Replace your hand, then draw a card. What is that? I'm not doing that, of course, but all right. So I'm spending 2 and 3. We'll spend this stamina to play this blue card. Oh, I could play this 1-cost blue card. So what's this do? Stuns. Do I care about that? Ooh, I could flip this over if I stun. Right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then you will get double damage.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to do that. All right, so
definitely want to do that.
I'm definitely spending this to do this. So I stun him. And you said stun also does my damage?
No, you pick one of us to deal damage equal to the red cards in our hand times our weapon value, which is nothing because none of us have red cards.
So useless. But you
still get to cover one of the things.
Oh, should we have triggered this at the beginning of his turn?
No, I blinded it.
Oh, good call. Well, I'm stunning it. Oh, no, I'm stunning red. F that.
Yes, that would make more sense.
Yes.
Because he might burn you.
Burn and
he loses 1 struggle from the blue card.
Yep.
All right, so speaking of Adventure Tactics, I only played it once, and that was years ago. It seems like it was pre-COVID, right?
It was a year ago. Well, yeah, I guess it was like.
Did we play? Oh, we did play it live too.
It was when it first came out with the base game.
No, it was before it came out. By the way, you played a pre-Kickstarter edition.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, and it was we played the first 2 missions, I think, and the second mission was you were running along I don't know, it's like some sort of corridor or something, and there were ghosts appearing or something like that. The actual gameplay where you were leveling up your characters and choosing the different paths, that was pretty awesome. The scenario design itself was terrible in my opinion.
Less awesome.
That mission is still in there, but I don't think whatever problems we had with it are still there.
It was better when I played it, yes, with the official version.
Yeah, because I played it just
that second mission was just horrible.
Oh, well, Peter, smash him, dude.
Okay, so hold on. So I now have my cross swords, and now whenever I play a blue card, I deal my weapon damage. And
yep, so now your blues are also attacks.
Also, when I play a blue and a red, which I'm about to play a red, then I get to stun him again, right?
Correct.
Now, when I stun, I do my weapon damage? Is that what you were saying?
No. Whenever you play a blue, you do your weapon damage now.
No, you said stun was better than confuse or blind because you do...
Because it would have let us do damage, but none of us have red cards.
Right. Okay.
We're totally unprepared for your stunning.
Okay, so I'm going to play this card. So let's look at this. So Rampage must be played after a blue. Deal X additional damage, where X is the number of cards I pay for it, and double that if I am flipped. So I'm just going to pay 1, 2, 3.
It's a good turn.
4 damage, doubling it, which would be 8 damage plus my base damage of
3.
3.
He's down to 23 damage. You did 11 damage. That was very nice. And you stun him, right?
I already stunned him, right? Oh, yeah, I get another stun on him.
The tail won't trigger because you moved him, so you can just do the hourglass, I would say.
Yep. All right. So here we go.
By the way, we are schooling this guy. We're doing very well.
I mean, I feel like it's all my fault.
All right. Is it my turn?
Wait, Peter, you still have to do attrition.
Oh, yeah. So I had a blue and a red, which means...
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter, so yeah,
I need a 0.
You take 2 damage. That's his new value.
Yep. That's okay. Oh, wait. I was in the bush area. Hold on. What does that mean?
No, that's not the bush area.
That's plus 1 damage or something?
No, that's the plus damage one. So you only played 1 attack, so you did 1 extra damage.
Yeah.
There you go.
So even though it was a big attack, it was still only 1 extra damage.
He turns to face you, which means his tail thing won't trigger for you, Jerry. And yeah, you can do your thing. Peter, take your 5 cards.
Oh, it's actually my turn?
And now I actually draw 5 cards.
All right. I move here and do nothing and draw an attrition card. All right?
Well, and you get a stamina token.
No, I don't, because I don't have 3 cards.
You have 2 cards.
2 cards. 2 cards.
Oh, it's 2 cards? All right.
Now
I think you only have a max of 2 stamina, by the way.
So 3 damage?
No, it's his value is 2 damage. That's
how much defense
you I took 2 damage, and then I draw 3 cards.
Correct.
And I'm done. That was an exciting turn, guys.
Yeah, I'm doing a similar turn.
You. Do you want me to assist you?
No. There's literally nothing I can play that's...
Mike, do you want me to assist you?
Right. Well, I don't have any attacks, so now I can drink.
Well, but you might draw one, right?
Yeah,
in
theory.
Guess.
I mean, it's fine.
So why do you get to draw a card when you assist?
Mine are quick assist.
Oh, got it.
Oh wait, hold on. I moved. You should do the claw thing. Hold on.
Oh, did we all forget to do the claw thing?
No. I did it for Jerry as well. He didn't get affected by it.
Okay.
All right, so I got to discard one, but then I draw one. So I'll do this. Then I'm going to play evasion, paying with this. I draw 2 cards.
There you go.
3 extra stamina with heavy shot to deal 5 additional damage.
So
I want to do that, and I don't have enough, so let's not do that.
Well, hold on, no. I can let you draw a card. I can assist.
And sure, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. Draw a card.
Oh.
Well, you could have this on top of your disc. Oh, no, you can't, because this would be the card you discard.
Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and do heavy shot. So that's...
I mean, let's be honest, I'm probably going to kill him, because I got heavy smash.
Oh, yeah, you're right. If it's on top of my discard pile, so I will do that.
Well, no, but don't you discard these after?
Oh, you're right. Good call.
Because it says at the start of your turn, if it's on top of the discard pile.
I'm doing 7 damage, and then I get my volley again. He's down to 15. And flip, no. Flip, no.
But you went through your deck.
All right, if anybody discards struggle card tokens, let me know.
Okay, I did not. All right, so...
you do flip your mastery card there, Mikey Mike.
Yep. Yeah, so now this is the cool thing. At the start of each of my turns, I volley 2. And then anytime I draw the last card of my deck, I deal 6 times my weapon level damage automatically.
6 times? Or just 6 damage?
Well, times your weapon level, which is level 1. We have level 1 weapons. That's in the upper right. Not your weapon attack value.
Got it.
But I do suffer my weapon level
I'll
damage.
You were at 7,
should be at
down to 6. Yep.
Thank you. Whenever you go through your deck. All right. Attrition. Yeah, I figured I would. Oh, 0. Damn it. I wasted it. All right.
Well, these go on top of your deck, right? In any order, so. Oh, wow. You get to draw lots of cards there. All right. So it's his turn. So these stuns just go away.
Yep. All right. So he draws 3 at struggle, which is going to put him. We're each going to take attrition damage automatically.
Which is
and then he loses 5 of them. You take 2 damage, correct?
Oh, wait. Somebody just got rid of attrition? Or
no,
got rid of...
he spent it. What does your card say?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
He spent it. So we each lose 2. So I'm at 4.
I got it. We're all at 4. Or
all
did you already
I'm still waiting to hear from chat.
Had you already done your damage to yourself?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that yours was working. I know.
And he's getting rid of this one. So he's got 2 reds on top.
I'm still waiting to hear from chat on good boss battlers that might
we got a
change
bunch
my
of people in
mind
chat
of liking boss battlers, because I generally do not like them.
I mean, I've played most of the boss battles people are talking about.
We'll talk about it all at the end, because Victor Von Doom's the one who started this conversation. We will answer his question at the end. But yeah, we would like to hear the chat's opinion.
Crap, I have... He faced me, Peter, and I'm first. I just realized.
Oh, you got...
I played a red card. All right, so I'll go up to the healing area. Let's see if he... Oh, crap, and he gets another blue because he went through all his deck.
I mean, 1 blue for going through his deck's not the worst thing in the world.
And not a claw card, so he does not...
So what does claw look like? Where would claw be on the card?
It would be at the top. They have, like... None of these do, but like it'll say Firestorm as like a keyword in italics or claw or something like that. Oh, I like this.
Wait, have we been... Yeah, you've been moving around, Marker.
I have no... I'm going to play Decoy.
So Raphael says, the only one I'm waiting for is Oathsworn for boss battlers. Oh,
Oathsworn is so great.
Good. I've only played a demo, but I am...
Oathsworn. Is that the one we played the demo at Gen Con or PAX? Or what? That one looked cool. The one with the big tree in the middle, and yeah, that one was fun.
Actually, here's what I'm going to do. This is interesting. I'm going to play Repositioning for 1.
So you got to pay the 1.
I'm going to waste some, but whatever. It has Recycle 1, which means I can discard a card to draw a different card. I'll go ahead and do that. Actually, not that.
Yeah, I was about to say, that would pay for your red one.
And then the next card I play this turn gains Stealth, which means it will not activate any matching cards. So I'm going to play a red card without any redness happening.
Oh, gosh, because he has 2 reds, so it would trigger both.
Yep. So I'm doing Aim Shot. Unfortunately, I did not have an Aim card before. Pay for it with this. So that just says 2 damage and my... Oh, sorry. I should have volleyed at the beginning of my turn. No. Now I'm volleying again.
Wow.
Nope.
You had no red cards.
Just 2 damage. That's okay. I'm still going through my deck faster.
That's true.
All right.
So you have 1 card.
We've all played the Oathsworn demo at various cons. Or I think it might have all been PAX Unplugged, right?
Yeah, we all played it at PAX except for Mike. But Mike had gone through a lot of it online. He played way more than we did for Oathsworn.
Yeah, I played
for some reason I never really considered that a boss battler, but I guess it is.
Because you're fighting 1 boss at a time or 1 boss and a couple of minions.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Peter, you're up. I got a ton of assists. I can give you like up to 3 extra cards, Peter, if you want.
So you're saying you did like it, Jerry?
Well, funny story about the demo. So they had set the demo up so that each player in the demo, and it was 4 people in the demo, they set it up so that you could play off each other and do cool stuff and sort of sync up. And for the demo I did, we had 1 player who insisted on doing the absolute silliest thing he could possibly do with his hand. And the poor demo guy was getting really flustered because they obviously had set it up so that you could see how the different powers can key off each other and how the players can play off each other. And this guy was just ruining the whole thing, but it was still pretty cool. It was a lot of fun from what I saw of the demo, and it was only the one little scenario that we did.
Well, it's not even a scenario. It was like one turn of a scenario where they had it all set up to do cool things.
Yeah, it was a couple. It was a couple turns.
Yeah,
but yeah, they had it set up so you could see the powers. I mean, I'm not knocking them at all for having it set up because they were trying to show people what could be done with the system. But this one guy was just hell-bent on ruining the whole thing for the poor demo guy, and he was just like,
So let me ask a question.
You could see he was
Mike.
so frustrated. He was trying to be happy.
Oh, sorry. Let me ask a question.
Well, I was gonna say, I think we'll kill the guy this turn.
Well, let me ask a question.
Turn, then we can talk about
Mike. It says double the stamina generated by Imperious when paying for a red card. So if I paid 4, can I use it to pay for 2 cards, or each card?
No. Anything. It would be like for that one card you played that had the X value.
Flip my card over like it wasn't even there.
Sorry.
Remove a struggle token for that one. Choose a player to draw a card. I mean, I feel like I should move to his front section and let you draw 2 cards, right? Does that feel right?
Sure, dude.
Either that or I stay where I am to get the extra damage.
Well, yeah, I would stay where you are and get threatened, because, again, that's not going to hurt you too much.
Well, what's the threatened? Well, I'm at 4 life. I'm not... So, let's ask this question.
I'm actually not going to assist you. I'm going to assist Jerry, because he's done fewer cool things, and I want him to kill the boss.
So, what are the victory conditions here? And loss conditions?
Kill. Oh, if you die, you don't die. You come back, but you're weakened. So the main loss condition is running out of time. Or all of you, I think if you die a second time, you stay dead, although I can't remember that for sure.
So you get a card that tells you, how you're no good anymore?
You get a wound card that's, kind of a jobber card in your hand, and then you skip a turn or something. I forget the exact details.
All right. So what happens if I'm threatened? I'm going to get a fire token in my place?
At the end of the round, there will be a fire token.
Are you threatening me?
Oh. So, are you saying I should stay here?
I would stay there and just smack him.
Well, why shouldn't I move? Oh, because I do 1 more damage.
Oh, so Raphael says, I played Townfolk Tussle on TTS and thought it was fun, but not enough to back. Primal is looking good. Interesting card. I'm assuming that's card play. I will give my opinions on Primal and Townfolk Tussle once we finish killing this boss.
Yes.
If Peter ever does his turn.
Hey, settle down there, Schneffer.
Settle.
Choose a player to draw a card, 2 instead if you're in his front sector. So the benefit of me moving is I could let Jerry draw 2 cards. So, Mike, if you assist me, I'll let Jerry draw 2 cards. How about that?
All right, fine.
All right. So.
Well, if you move, discard. So you moved,
yep.
Right? Hold on. Not a claw card. You did not get hurt.
All right.
And I give you 1 assist, Peter.
Oh, wow. This one gives you 3. Oh, when discarding this from your hand, take a strain token? Does that mean when I discard it even for magic or whatever?
That's specifically when you discard it to pay for it.
Well,
for
that's fine. All right. Give me a strain token.
Okay.
So, Jerry, draw 2 cards. And it is a red card, so it does my combat damage, which is 3.
Now you activate. Hold on. Pause there. You can pick the order, although you don't know which is which.
So I might
really
die here.
So first, claw. The active player does 1 damage unless they have a yellow. And actually, it's 2 damage because he spent a struggle to boost it.
Okay, I don't have a yellow in my sequence, so I take 2 damage. It's not great.
Yep. And then the other one. Our action immediately turns to the active player and places 1 fire in their space. So you cannot play any more cards, Peter. Your turn is done.
And doesn't fire do something else with one of these other cards or something?
No, we got rid of that one.
Does it go away at the end of the turn? What's the deal with fire?
It flips to, waning fire and then goes away. But we can move out of it.
Okay, so bottom line is it stops people from doing anything in this space for 2 turns.
Correct.
All right, so that's it.
I'm not seeing a waning side, so maybe it's just 1 turn.
No, it's different. It's different on the other side. It's orange versus red.
All right, so Jerry, yeah, none of the cards are going to trigger for you, Jerry. In here, I'm giving you 1.
I'm not moving.
two more cards, Jerry. Draw 2 cards. All right, so you didn't move, so you are threatened. Kill him, Jerry.
All right. I'm going to play Momentum. Wait.
If you play a blue next, you get to draw a card. That's all it is.
Yes, I know. But I have to pay for it. Oh, I'll pay a stamina token.
Yeah, we did. You should be able to go crazy this turn.
All right, so I'm going to...
Remind me again what's vulnerable? Inflict vulnerable?
Double damage.
I'm going to play Timed Slash.
That costs another 1.
That costs a stamina.
If you're in the flank,
you draw a card.
May immediately play a red for free.
And I draw a card.
Holy moly.
That's very nice.
Especially when you use a 4-cost
Do it,
red.
Jerry.
Now I play 1 for free, right?
Yeah, Dragon Strike would be good, I think.
Well, I mean...
No, it wouldn't. It would be terrible.
Why?
Oh, it needs to have a red before. Never mind.
I will play Outpace.
So
that costs 2.
Pile? I'll see how many blue you have in your discard pile.
I'm going to discard Thwart.
You have 4 with Thwart. 4 blues, Jerry.
So I deal
7.
4 damage.
Oh, no, plus your 3, right?
Oh, yeah. 7 damage.
Still do your regular damage.
Okay.
Right, so he's down to 3 life.
And then I play...
Any normal attack.
Dragon.
Kill him.
Right. That would kill
Yeah,
him.
but he's instead he's doubling, so he's doing 6 damage.
1, 2, yeah.
There.
Plus 2 more and remove a struggle token from his greatsword, so 8 damage. Oh, and your thing flips, Jerry, although it's a little late. What would it have been?
Reduce the stamina cost of
Reduce
all
the
red
stamina
by 1.
cost of all red cards you play by 1.
That's very good.
But he's way dead.
We whooped him very hard. I mean, that is the intro boss, but still, we destroyed him.
Now, they do have another boss here. So, in the demo that they have on TTS, everybody can play against 2 boss. So, Darion, I guess, is... Yeah. Oh, wait. They have another one here, too. What? And Toreg and Linkor. Oh, they have a lot of bosses here.
Those are...
no, those are our characters.
Those are extra. Because you can customize your deck. You get new items. And Tormot is friggin' hard.
All right. So let's talk about him a bit.
Yes.
All right. So I don't like boss battlers, and this did nothing to change my mind.
Okay.
Thanks, Jerry.
Well, he doesn't like Marvel Champions either. And this actually reminds me a little bit of Marvel Champions. Not exactly. But they have resource costs on the cards, and you're playing cards and playing them in certain orders.
Well, I will admit that part of it is I wasn't terribly sure what was going on. I mean, I got it by the end, but it was a lot of downtime for me.
Well, that's something I said in my review back then. Like, I think this game is going to be best with 2 players. Just because turns can take a little while, and there's not that much to do on somebody else's turn. You know what I mean?
I was sitting there trying to generate, conversation among the chat because, frankly, I was bored.
Yes. Yeah. So, I would caution, if you solo is great. I played it a bunch solo when I had the prototype. 2 players, great. 3. I mean, we were playing slow. Certainly Peter was taking a while. It would go a lot faster once you know the game.
Yeah.
But
I don't know that I was taking a while. I was talking to the chat, dude. That was.
Well, yes. Well, that's the definition of taking a while. I didn't say you're taking a while making a choice. I was saying you're taking a while. But yeah, so I would use caution on this one for 3 and 4 players. But I mean that's true of most boss battlers, because if they don't have the downtime problem like Townsfolk Tussle or KDM or a lot of other games, you have the early elimination problem where you.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about KDM and Adventure Tactics. They both have 4 players required, right? But neither of them, it takes a long time to do your turn. I mean, KDM, you literally move your piece and roll. That's
not what I wasn't saying downtime. I said you die in those games and literally cannot play anymore while you sit and watch everyone play for an hour.
Well, Adventure Tactics definitely has none of those problems because it's 30 minutes per battle.
I've never played KDM, so I can't comment on that.
But you watch our stream every other Sunday whenever we have it. Come on.
Yeah.
By the way, Mike already left. He's angry tonight. Mike is angry tonight, so don't trust his opinions on
Well, let's talk about
my opinion. All I said was be cautious with those games playing with a full player count, because all of them have issues.
I agree.
I'm joking.
3 players.
I was more referring to his Gloomhaven opinions from today, but yes.
I think this max 2.
So, Mike, would you play 4 players with 2 characters, or just play 2 characters and be fine with that?
Oh yeah, that would be fine. Like 2 players controlling 4, and I've played 3-handed. I never played 4-handed. That's a little bit much, but I will say it's nice because most boss battlers do tend to require 4 characters, so just being able to play with 2 in solo is kind of nice. Although I think Oathsworn still does it the best out of all of them, because Oathsworn, although you're required to have 4 characters, they have this really slick way of turning heroes into allies, whose turns take way shorter, but still like deal about the same amount of damage and still have cool stuff going on. So if you're playing solo, you pick one hero to be like your main person. Then you have to do like all the hand management and stuff and all the cooldown management, and the other three people just like kind of take their turns faster. So I love how Oathsworn did it.
Well, you played a lot more Oathsworn than I have, because I only played the little battle segment of it. Right. But that was 4-player, and I thought that worked pretty well for 4-player.
It's pretty quick. You don't tend to play a ton of cards, like maybe 2 on your turn.
Well, I thought the interaction with the players was a little more obvious.
Yes.
Like this, I had to draw my cards and I had to sit there and read my cards and figure out I guess that if you got familiar with what was going on in this game, it would be a lot easier. But when you guys are making me draw cards, that just delayed me doing something, right?
Yes. I mean, this is definitely one, like, there's some deck construction as you go along, so it's going to appeal to different people. Like, I love Primal because you have, like, really interesting combos, and you can kind of, like, do different builds with your characters and different cards and stuff, but it makes it harder to, like, kind of get into on your first play and that kind of thing.
So Jerry's complaining about reading cards? That's usually my thing. I'm usually the reading cards.
No, I'm not complaining about reading cards. I don't mind reading them. It's just, it's downtime for everybody else. Like, sure. When you made me draw 2 cards, I had to sit there and read what the cards did.
See, here's the difference between you and me. I just looked for red cards, and I'm like, I'm playing those. And I don't care what the other cards are. I literally never read any of my other cards if I had red cards and I could pay for them. But that doesn't mean it was strategically the best. I feel like it's a little bit like Marvel Champions, where you just get better and you know more as you go along. And I mean, any of these games are that way, right? You just start recognizing your cards the second and third time you play the game. And so you start with wimpy bosses who you don't need to know the cards for. And then as you go along, you need to be better at playing your hero.
Oathsworn just struck me as a little more immediately obvious. Well,
there was a lot of dice in Oathsworn too. So
there was a lot of dice in Oathsworn, yes, and there were a lot of options regarding your dice, like to mitigate the luck, right. But the choices were in the dice. It seemed fairly intuitive what you wanted to do as far as interacting with the other players. Now, granted, I was playing the demo that they had obviously set up, so it might have been
they set you up,
somewhat attributable to them setting it up. But I enjoyed Oathsworn's demo a lot more than this.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've played almost all. The only one I haven't played of like the recent ones is I haven't played what's it called? Temperance, I think that Colin did, the Christian themed like Asian one, not Asian, angel one.
Christian themed Asian one. What?
What that would be that? And I didn't play Monster Hunter World, but yeah, Primal and Oathsworn are like head and shoulders above the rest for me, having played all of them like 5+ plays. Aeon Trespass is good. I think it's loaded for what it's doing. Townsfolk Tussle wore on me a little bit, and I didn't think the balance was great, but they might fix that in development, so who knows.
Yeah, so speaking of Townsfolk Tussle, I liked that game a lot, except it had some major balance problems, especially with, I think it was the items. Was that it, Mike? The items that were a problem?
Well, it was also that you lost lots of actions from like events and stuff.
Oh, that was what I hated about it.
Weren't you asleep for like half of a battle, Jerry?
yeah, I was out for like half a battle. I really enjoyed like the art and theme and the gameplay, but there were some problems with that. Granted, we played a pre-production mod. Would that be an accurate description, Mike?
Yes, and I did tell them all of our concerns, and they specifically said they were fixing some of them.
But they also
I think it'll
specifically
be
said
better
they
than what we
weren't
played.
fixing other ones, right?
Well, yeah, they did specifically say they weren't fixing other things. They were like, "We don't agree with you." I was like, "All right, that's fine."
Well, I mean, they can
So,
disagree.
you know,
That's fine. I mean, not every game.
that's their right. They're
Not every
designers.
person has to like every game, right? I did not like the lose a turn. Yeah, I
And I thought that was
I think I lost,
specifically
like,
what they
3
said they
turns in a row or
weren't
something
fixing,
like that.
right? Was the loser turn
Well,
stuff?
they you know, like they said they were going to change like the sleeping card we talked about, and some of the things that like I got them to agree to change anything that made you lose multiple turns. Because there were cards where like you would roll a die each turn and you could lose like 3 or 4 turns in a row, so they changed that. But they did say that it was like part of their design, kind of like KDM has your characters getting knocked down, that like you would lose turns sometimes. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
And some of the items were unbalanced, I think.
Yes, well,
but I generally liked the core gameplay of that, and that was definitely a boss battler that I actually enjoyed.
I mean, for me, it's adventure tactics. I think people probably figured that out.
Well, the whole leveling mechanic in adventure tactics and the whole paths you have to choose is, I really enjoyed that piece of it from what I saw. But the scenario design left much to be desired.
And yeah, you know, I think adventure tactics is much weaker than most of the games we talked about for me in the battling. The leveling is like amazing, better than any of these games leveling, but that's not enough for me to like want to play a boss battler.
I don't know. The battles were 30 minutes, maybe 45.
Yeah, they're quick.
They're
I mean,
very quick. They're and
that's not enough for me.
Well, I thought
Wild Ascent's battles are 30 minutes. Do you love Wild Ascent?
Wild Ascent battles were not 30 minutes. I couldn't even figure out one rule in 30 minutes. Like, Wild Ascent is garbage. I don't know. Well, I don't want to...
You had a much worse experience with that one than I did, I guess.
So, tell us how you really feel, Peter.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, no.
I have not played Wild Ascent.
Well, it was in my house. You saw it yesterday.
I did. I saw the box does exist. But I'd much rather play Twilight Imperium than Boss Battler.
I mean, I can't imagine Wild Ascent would be 30 minutes. That was not my experience with it. I mean,
yeah. Well, once you know the rules, it's 20 to 30 minutes easily for an entire battle.
I would
it should never go above 40 or 45.
I would like that way better. I mean, I think that's one of the things I like about adventure tactics, though. Like you're saying, you almost said it as a negative, or I view that as a positive personally. Like, I like the fact that it is fast battles to get me to the fun leveling stuff faster.
Sure.
And I do feel like the levels matter, and I do feel like your decisions in battle matter, and I there's luck, certainly. But I mean, I like KDM also, which I know a lot of people have problems with that one. But for me, even when it drags a little bit, it's fun. Like, I don't know. I like the dice rolling. I almost miss dice rolling in games like this. It's funny because Marvel Champions being my #1 game, you'd think I would, not need dice rolling. But for me, when I play these type of games, I like turning my brain off a bit. But another one we just reviewed, and actually the review came out 2 minutes ago on the podcast, because the podcast released at 1 a.m. What did we review? Testament?
Oh yeah, I guess that's a card-based boss battler.
Testament is definitely a card-based boss battler. I think I like that one. I don't know. It's hard. I have only played 1 or 2 games of this, right? I think I will like this one better as I play it more. I like this a lot. I definitely like this better than Wild Ascent. I don't know. Testament was so fun. Like, the leveling is so important to me in these games. And, I mean, that's why Adventure Tactics is 1. Testament is definitely up there. I think the problem I have with Testament is I do think there is a limit. Because I beat it. I know you... It's funny. I was listening to the podcast as I was editing it today. And you were talking about how hard it was. That was not my experience with it. But I think it's also based on the team that you build or whatever. So I beat it pretty quickly, Testament. So it's, when you do stuff like that, it's harder for you to want to go back. So I don't know where the replayability is there. But I really like that one a lot too. So obviously leveling is important for me. Making cool characters is important. Making my team different than other people's teams is important. And I think that's the thing where Adventure Tactics and Testament step above and beyond. I do think I would like this one a lot, though, because I mean, it's high praise for me. This reminds me a little bit of Marvel Champions. You know.
Well, the thing for me to what you just said, I think even if I'm doing less leveling up my characters in Primal, I think the difference between playing the Archer hero versus playing the Hammer hero is greater than the difference in like the hero build you might have in Testament and Adventure Tactics.
Oh, Adventure Tactics is not different. I mean, come on, every character is hugely different in that game. I
know they're hugely different. I'm talking about how it feels and how interesting it is to me.
Sure. And I don't know because I haven't done leveling in this game, right? So
whoa, hold on. Just for those wondering, KDM is Kingdom Death Monster. In case we haven't specified.
Yes, and if you don't know what KDM is, don't worry about buying it because you're gonna look it up and see that it's like $500. And like, as much as I have enjoyed my plays of that game, it is not worth however much you have to like all of that, and you have to assemble minis and stuff like that. So I feel like if you're
let me tell stories about the assembly of minis.
Those are horrible,
and I've never even played it.